Hey guys, Silver Stacking Pro here, and okay, fine. I've been making too many videos. Okay, that's obvious, but just got a small video here on how I, a 13-year-old, got into silver. Okay, it's a very interesting story. A lot of kids over there. I don't know anyone who's just, I guess, a James Silverstack budget stacking silver. They are stacking silver, but I don't know anyone in my community who's stacking silver, who's my age, or I don't even know any silver stackers in my community. So, I don't know anyone in school, anyone who actually stacks silver. So it's actually a very interesting story on how I, a 13-year-old, got to stack silver, and it's actually pretty fascinating. So, it all starts 2011. I I've always been pretty much like a coin and paper money collector, and well, whenever my dad went somewhere, I always told him, in the currency exchange to give me a couple of notes here and there. Um, so yeah, I had that, and whenever I went somewhere, I always used to go to the currency exchange and get whatever I could find. So I was always interested in currency and all of that. I just love the history to it, and I also love making money. If you know me, which none of you do, I like three things: making money, science, and electronics. I'm an electronics buff. I am a tech enthusiast. I am a whatever you want to call it. I just love tech. That's why I have a Nexus. Okay. Anyway, enough of the talking. So in 2011, I just read somewhere in one of those interesting fact columns that all dimes, quarters, half dollars, and silver dollars, as the name implies, made before 1964 were 90% silver. So before 1965. So I was like, wow. And to me at the time, I was like a 9-year-old, right? I turned 9 in 2011. So I don't know how I describe it. I was like very happy because I hadn't even searched yet, but to me, silver was always one of those metals I will never be able to touch. One of those unreachable metals. One of those not for kids, or not for people under 18 items, because silver was always valuable, and I just didn't expect someone like me at my age to ever, own any silver, um, to ever be exposed to the possibility of owning that silver. So when I heard that you could get find silver quarters, I was ecstatic because at the time silver to me was like gold, something that people don't exactly just take everywhere they go, and it was something that a certain luxury and expensive. So anyway, so I searched, and sure enough, in my dad's change bag, this is how it just stuck out. I was searching, and everything had like this brownish line, and I found this. I'm like, whoa, what is that? Oh my god. I pulled it out, and it was a 1960 Washington quarter. And I was so amazed, man. I was just like an amazing day. I was like, oh my god, this is silver. This is silver. And that's why it's so sentimental. So I was preoccupied with that in 2012. At the time this was worth like $10, $8. So I was like, 2011. So I kind of hung off the silver because, where I couldn't get any silver at the time. I went back to my coin collecting, but in 2014 I got back into coin roll hunting. Okay, because I actually wasn't searching for silver. I was searching through pennies. I was searching for old pennies. Okay, which is so, and then I remember my whole thing about silver, and then I go back searching dimes, and okay, I know you guys are gonna laugh. You guys are gonna say, "Why put a dime in a flip this dime?" But I searched, and my first dime roll, I hit this. So that was a nice sentimental piece too. So I was like amazed. And then I did research about silver, and I realized, for you guys have seen my videos. I love research. That's what got me into electronics and all. So I did the research and I was like, wow, dimes are actually a pretty good, like silver is actually a pretty good investment right now because the price was low. There was industrial use. You guys have seen my videos of me doing research. So there was actually a lot to be gained by investing in silver. So um, I did some colonial hunting, and that's basically all I found. All the silver I found for all the time I asked my parents to drive me to the bank. And given I don't have like $500 in cash, I couldn't just go ahead and buy a couple of boxes. So I was like getting $10, $20, getting it and then putting it back in the bank. It was a lot of gasoline. So I stopped doing that, and I realized that investing in silver was a good idea. And then I hadn't actually started my silver stack yet. And then I in on May 18th I stopped coin hunting kind of by that time, and I went to a coin show and I got 1 second. I got this is going to be a long video, guys. Okay, so sorry for that. So I did get a proof set and all that, but I basically got foreign silver. A lot of which I bought this all at $18 at $18 per ounce, and the value of it, the I bought it in at $17.54 an ounce, so that was something. I got it for $50 below 50 cents above spot, and I also bought what I always thought that Mercury dimes were like, these collectible things. So when I saw this for $4, I got it down to $3, and I'm like, wow, oh my god, this is an amazing price. I'm like, wow. And yeah, it is VF30, I guess. So I was very amazed, and I was like, yes, $3, that's awesome. And then I get home and I'm like, oh wait, you can get junk silver for like 13 times face. And then I got this, and this was probably a very good purchase. 1916. It was just good. I got this for $2.80. You can't even see the Liberty. So I guess you could have got that as junk for 14 times face. But, something to be learned. I always treat it as something you can learn, okay? I'm not a very experienced stacker. I don't have, in terms of real money, in terms of, I don't have thousands of dollars of silver, so I can always learn something. I feel right now is a good time to buy, and, I'm not gonna lose my parents' livelihood or something like that by investing in silver now. Even if it went to zero, I'd be losing a couple of $100, and that's all of my money, most of it. So, my laundry work. Okay, so that's basically on May 18th. I went to that show, and then since then I kind of like I guess you could say that I became a silver stacker because of YouTube. So I go and I'm watching YouTube, and the first YouTuber I see, the first one is Silver Slacker. Actually, it was Silver Slacker with one of his big lunar coins unboxings. So I'm like, wow, it looks beautiful. I think he also had a few kookaburras in there. And then I saw Salaried Metal, Big Stack G, and those were the people I first saw, and they were like, and I got very interested in silver because of them. So thank you guys, and those are the first people who got me into silver stacking. They introduced me to the different types of coins, and then I put in my first. I made a quick video of how of the silver I had and how I was going to become a stacker. That was like my first video I made, and I think on that day I got 2 subscribers, High Ho Silver and Medium Man, and they are super 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 supportive. So High Ho Silver has had great conversations. He's already taught me a lot about all this investing, and silver is one of the things I love, stocks and everything. And he's very 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 good, nice and everything. So like, it's great that he was a subscriber when he did, because I then put in a quick order with Provident. 100 for me, that was a lot of money. $100 order, that's a lot of money for me. For a lot of you, that's like, okay, this kid is talking in pennies, but no, it was $100 for me, and that was a lot. And I did get 5 ounces of silver there, and some copper, and that's when I actually started stacking. That's when I got the idea that I this was so much more than just silver stacking. This was investing in a very good commodity that's always been as used like anything in industry and used in a lot of places, and something that you know has is at a price where I'm not gonna say it'll never become valueless, but silver is something that it's a non-replace. It's a how do you say? Once you get it out of the ground, you can't put it back in the ground. It's not renewable. Okay, so that's why silver is a great investment. And look, $100 bill. What is it? It's rags. Okay, what is $100 of silver? 6 ounces right now. Well, 6 ounces of silver right now is 6 ounces of silver, and it's silver. It's a metal. It's used in your phone. So that's how I saw it, and I started stacking. And here I am now making videos, and you guys keep me going. And that's I had a comment on how I started stacking, and that's how I basically it's all because of constitutional silver and an interesting fact that I read, and it's how my parents have been very supportive, and they though right now they're getting fed up about me talking about silver all the time, which I probably shouldn't, but I have been talking about silver all the time. They have been supportive, and that's really helped me a lot, and that's basically um how I was able to start stacking silver. A lot of people, a lot of a lot of people ask the reason why don't kids stack silver. That's because their parents aren't supportive. When their parents hear 12-year-old and silver, they think no. That's all they think, and that's basically the reason why a lot of people aren't able to stack silver, because they believe whenever you think of kids, they think okay, toys and video games, but that shouldn't be the way. And that's since I was actually I was encouraged to invest. Maybe that's why I've turned out to be a silver stacker. So that's basically it, folks. That's how I started silver stacking. And I hope you haven't started sleeping. That's my story. I would like to hear yours. I would like to have some comments in the comment section. And thank you. I'm not gonna apologize for making it too long, because this is basically my story, and if it took 12 minutes, I can understand that. So anyway, thank you for watching, and yeah.